Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. When I tell you it's been so long since I've been on here, and I decided, you know what, we're gonna make a video and we're just gonna talk about what I've been doing, and mainly the thing that we're gonna talk about the most is what I've been struggling with and how I overcame them. And the first thing we're going to talk about today is like mental health, fitness stuff, and having issues with food. We're going to talk about all that stuff because I haven't been on here forever. I haven't really been able to, get into the YouTube spirit. So, which I don't even know what the YouTube spirit is. I'm just here, and I'm just here to talk about whatever. So, if you want to experience a YouTube channel where I just randomly come on here and talk about random things, this is it. But anyways, guys, I'm so excited to be back. It's been so long. Like, when I tell you, I started my YouTube channel I think October of 2020, and I like stopped, which I'm gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about a whole thing. But hi, I'm here, I'm ready, and I'll be making some more videos for you guys. But I just wanted to start off with just like rambling, because that's what I usually do. And a lot of people, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I love rambling. I'm always ranting about something. I'm just talking. So a lot of them were like, just make a YouTube so we can like see your videos. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. All right, here we go, guys. So let's start with when I first started YouTube and why I started it. So it's annoying to talk about. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna talk about it because why not? Things are just in here and I'm gonna talk about it. So here we go. So I started my YouTube channel back in October 2020. And at first, when I first started it, like I was like, okay, I'm starting it because I just want to like talk and vent and like record whatever I think is cool, right? But it wasn't just that. Like, I was also starting YouTube because I thought maybe it'll help me get over something I was dealing with at the time. I was with somebody for a while, and that, whatever that was, it was supposed to be a relationship, but it was very toxic. And the relationship had just ended maybe like a month prior, and I thought if I started YouTube, like, it'll make me feel better about myself. I feel more confident, like, I can record me, like, I don't know, being cute, like how I look right now, like just being cute, doing me. But if I'm being honest, I feel like I started YouTube at the wrong time because I genuinely was not happy with myself. I just wasn't happy with my life. I wasn't happy with who I was at that time. Like, the person I was at that time in 2020, I was in a very depressed and dark place. And trying to start YouTube when you don't even know who you are is like probably, to be honest, one of the most toxic things you can do to yourself. So I said, you know what? Maybe instead of me making all these videos and trying to seem like I'm confident, because if I'm being honest, in every last video I was making, like, I was just talking about whatever, but I was trying to come off like I was confident, but I really wasn't. Like, I wasn't confident in myself. I didn't love myself. And it makes sense because I had just got out of a very toxic relationship where the entire time I did not love myself. Even honestly, even before like I got with that person, I got in that relationship, I never loved myself. And so after that relationship ended, if I'm being honest, I wasn't sad that the relationship ended. I was just sad because like I had no idea who I was. And that feeling of like looking in the mirror and being like, who the hell is that? To me, it's more painful than a breakup. Y'all can disagree with me, but it is painful when you get up every day realizing that you completely lost yourself. You have no idea who you are, why you're doing anything, why you're even up. Like, I was in such a dark place after that relationship because I had gave so much of myself to a person. And I'm not even blaming that person for that, because That's my fault. You should never go into a relationship giving all of yourself to that person and not taking any time for yourself. So I can fully take ownership for the fact that I was doing a lot of toxic things, like spending all my time and effort worrying about them and trying to make them happy and doing all this stuff and changing myself to try to fit what they expected me to be. Like, I wasn't being myself. I wasn't loving myself. I can blame myself for that part, you know, but that doesn't mean I deserve to be mistreated either. So I'm not saying that like I'm blaming myself for how the relationship went, because I mean, none of that stuff and the way I was treated, I didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve to be treated like that. But at the same time, I can also say that certain things I was doing, it was toxic. You know, it was toxic for myself, for my mental health, for my overall well-being. And yeah, so that's why I actually stopped making YouTube videos, because I kind of felt like I wasn't in the place to really show who I was on YouTube, because I didn't know who I was. And I wanted to figure that out first. I didn't care about views. I still don't care about that. I don't care about what other people think of me. I had to figure out, what do I feel about myself? And I wanted to explore that. And I wanted to explore the things that I like, the things that I want. I wanted to explore, like, what type of person am I? You know? What kind of woman am I? So I just decided, let me just stop. Let me stop making videos. Let me stop pretending. That was another thing. I had to stop pretending like I was happy, because a lot of times, like, throughout my entire life, I learned how to pretend to be happy. I learned how to be like, oh, I'm smiling. Oh my God, like, I'm making people laugh. Even though deep down, I literally feel like I'm being stabbed over and over and over. Or like I'm extremely depressed. So I was like, I have to choose myself over making videos or trying to make other people happy, because I did that for so long. I did that in every last relationship I was in. I did that with every last friendship I was in. Like everything, everybody, everywhere I went, I was focused on, how can I make this person that's in front of me right now so happy? And I was completely forgetting about myself. Like, huh? Excuse me? Hold on. Where do I fit in here? You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of toxic traits that I had to unlearn. And if I'm going to be on YouTube and I'm going to make videos, I want you guys to see how I really am, who I really am. And the only way you guys would be able to see that is if I figure that out for myself first. Now that we got that figured out, I'm here. And this smile is not fake. I'm happy. I mean, of course I have my days where like I feel down or like I'm being hard on myself, but I always recover. So yeah, I don't know. I'm happy, and for the first time actually ever in my life, I'm happy. Oh, that laugh though. I know that's really sad, but I never had like normal things, I guess, whatever you consider normal. My life has always been very yeah, like there ain't no word for it. That's how bad. So I hope you guys understood what I said just from this face expression that I gave you guys. But yeah, what else was I gonna talk about? I swear, like I'm just talking. I did say I was gonna talk about specific topics though. Oh, so after this whole thing of me starting YouTube and then stopping for a while because I just need to figure out all these things, let me tell you the journey of getting to this point. It was severe, okay? It was emotional. It was overwhelming. It was exhausting. It was a mess, okay? There was so many things that I never realized about myself until I went through that healing journey, which I mean, I'm still going through it. It's not like I'm perfect. Like, I still have things to figure out. But when I had, like, very first started, like, when I realized I need to get some help, I was scared, because I was like, I never really asked for help. I know that's so sad when I say that. Oh my God. Well, yeah, I never asked for help. I never really felt comfortable asking for people, like, for help. It was okay when people asked me for help, but I didn't like asking, like, hey, I need help. Or like, hey, I'm going through a lot. I need to, like, sit down and talk. I hated doing that. I really did. People had to force me to tell them what was going on, because I didn't like telling them. But my life had gotten to a point where I started to realize I can't walk through life asleep. Like, I can't be sleepwalking my whole life. Like, I gotta wake up, and I gotta start working on things for myself, because if I don't, I'm gonna be miserable every single day. I'm gonna hate getting up every morning, and I don't want to keep feeling that way. Like, look at me. Enough said. So I can't be waking up every day hating life and hating myself and all that stuff. So at first I started, like, just kind of crying a lot. Like every day I was crying all the time. I was crying about the things I went through as a child, all the relationships I've been in, all the mistakes I've made. And I was mostly crying because I had completely lost myself and I never knew who I was. That was really painful. And another thing is I had to take a lot of ownership for the things that I was doing to myself, that I knew it was hurting me, but I was still doing it. I had to take ownership for the fact that I was hurting myself, you know? And I couldn't blame everybody in the world for what was happening to me, because ultimately I did make these decisions as well, you know? And so most times I spent my days crying a lot. Didn't go out, didn't hang out with friends, which that's a whole other thing I'm about to get to, like maybe like another video, because yeah. And I started journaling at that time. What I would do is I would take a chair from the front porch. I go in the backyard because we have a lot of trees back there. I just sit there and I would just cry. I would sit in the backyard and I would just cry, and I would journal everything that I'm feeling, and I'd be talking to God. And literally, I wonder if my neighbor thought I was crazy, because I would literally be talking to the trees, but I'm like talking to God, but I'm also talking to the trees. I'm not gonna explain that to y'all. It's none of y'all business. But anyway, so yeah. I would just like sit there, I'd be crying, like bawling my eyes out in the backyard, journaling everything, talking about everything to God. Like, just, I was just letting everything out. But it was, looking back now, it was super healing. Like, it was super healing going in nature, sitting out there, breathing in that beautiful fresh air, and just hearing the birds chirp, hearing the trees sway back and forth. Like, it was very therapeutic for me. I think it was healing. It was like nature was healing me, which was really great. But it was hard. And I think the one thing that was also hard was that I don't like crying. And the crazy thing, I don't like crying, but I cry a lot. I'm a very emotional person, but I don't like crying. Like, I guess it's uncomfortable. There's kind of a reason why. And I'll just say it briefly, but when I was a child, there was a lot of chaos in my life, and I was told a lot to stop crying. So I still was emotional even after that. I mean, I couldn't help it. It's just what I am. I've always been very emotional, but I would like not like to show it. So if I would cry, I would like run in my room. Oh, that was my camera. It turned off. That scared the crap out of me. Anyway, but like I would like run in my room. I'd go in my closet and I would sit in the corner like balled up, and I would just cry, because when I was younger, I was told, stop crying, go in your room. So I would do that. Yeah, it's a little depressing, but you know, I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to be open, at least a little bit, you know. So Yeah, so that's why I really didn't like crying. But I knew in order for me to really let go of a lot of stuff, if tears were gonna come out, I had to be okay with that. Because there's nothing wrong with crying. There's nothing wrong with really letting everything out, even if it's with tears or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But at that time, I hated it. And I just told y'all the reason why. So, but it was good. I really needed that, and it was the first steps to really starting to feel better about myself, figuring things out for myself, and just feeling more like Raven. And at that time I didn't know who Raven was, but I knew she was coming because I was able to do a lot of things I never thought I could do, like being okay with crying all the time and being emotional all the time. I learned how to be okay with that because I was hurting. And the thing about me is I don't like showing that I'm hurting. Um, Again, having a very chaotic childhood, there's a lot of things that you learn. And it's a lot of toxic, bad things that you learn. And I didn't like showing when I was in pain. And that was another thing I had to like heal from because a lot of times I would hold in my pain. And then when I would do that, I would get extremely depressed. And it was bad for many years of me being like that. And I wanted to let that stuff go. I'm like, I don't want to be feeling this way about myself. Like, I don't want to be feeling like if I could express how I felt for so long, it felt like I got shoved off a cliff and I'm falling in this like pitch black area. I can't see anything. I can't hold and grab onto anything. It's just I'm falling in like this pitch black darkness. And no matter how hard I try to scream and ask for help or try to show that I'm going through a lot, I can't get anyone to see me because it's pitch black and I'm falling. And I felt like that from when I was 4 all the way till I was 20. This is like the first time I like admitted that I was feeling that way for so long. And I know you ever like you're about to cry and you just do something weird with your face? That's what I'm doing. But it's okay. Like I just said it's fine to cry. See, I'm still learning. But to like admit that I felt like that from 4 all the way till I was 20 is like, it sucks. Yeah, that's painful. Cause like I feel like a 4-year-old should not be feeling like they're falling down like this darkness and there's nowhere to get out and there's no way to ask for help. That is dark for like a 4-year-old to feel that way, but that's how I felt. And I don't blame myself anymore on that part because a lot of things that I dealt with as a child is not normal. It's not. A lot of things that I saw was not normal. But I realized at 20 that I had to heal it because if I didn't, I don't know, if I'm being honest, like, I don't know how much longer I would have been able to like handle life, if I'm being honest. Because it became like life was swallowing me up And I got to a point where I got so tired of screaming for help in this dark hole that I just keep falling down, that I was like, if no one can hear me and if I can't find a way out, then I'm gonna just let the darkness suck me in. Which is so dark, I know. But I'm so glad that I did not let the darkness suck me in, because I would not be able to experience the beautiful and amazing woman that I am now. All the friends I've made and all the really sweet people I've met. I'm just happy I didn't give up, because it would have been a shame to not be able to see the person I am now. And I wish I would have really done this sooner, but I guess I didn't know how. I didn't know how to fix it, but it's okay, because I've done it now. And I remember it because I had started counseling I think in 2021, like May of 2021. And my counselor, she was amazing. That was the first counselor I've ever had, and she was amazing, dude. Like she helped me get out of that dark hole. Like she was the best, dude. Her and my mom, like if I mention my mom, I'm gonna cry. But even though I'm already crying, but I think going to counseling was like the best thing I ever did for myself. It really was. It really, really was. She helped me see a lot of stuff. She helped me work through a lot of trauma. She helped me open up a lot of wounds so I can heal it instead of burying it. Man, she helped me forgive people that I was holding grudges to for a long time. I mean, like, the amount of stuff I was able to heal with her was incredible. And she also gave me tools and ways I can learn how to work through life on my own, you know? And it was the best decision I ever made to go to counseling, because to me, counseling, it was like that, like I said, that hole that I kept falling down, it was never ending. I just was falling. I finally saw like a light shine on me, and I felt like that light sucked me back up to the surface, and like I was back on the ground again. And I could see like all these beautiful trees and flowers everywhere and little bunnies running around. I don't know where this is going, but like I was able to see the world in a different viewpoint than I ever did before. So I just felt counseling saved my life. My counselor saved my life. And for that, I will always be grateful for her. She was amazing. If she ever sees this video, I would tell her, you were a huge pivotal point in my life that got me to be able to heal so many things. I am a completely different person than who you met. So I'm grateful, and I would do that again and again. I don't regret going to counseling. That was the best decision I ever made. I needed it, and it really helped. So yeah, and now I'm on here telling y'all about it. Which I hope that helps somebody, you know? I mean, I have no problem talking about like the traumas I've gone through, because I think it can help other people as well. And I'm always, if I can help anybody, I would, because I've been through more than I ever thought I would, you know? And even though I've been through a lot of bad stuff, it still taught me a lot, and it got me to really learn a lot of things about life, about people. So I've been trying to work out every day, eating healthy, really taking care of myself. I have been working out and eating healthy, I would say like working out consistently for about 2.5 months now. It has been the best decision. I'm gonna keep going forever because it was the best decision I ever made. And I'm just happy I'm being consistent with it, because I struggled with like working out consistently and eating healthy for, I think, my whole life, really. I'm a emotional eater. Really, when I'm stressed out, I will eat a lot, and I would eat a lot of unhealthy foods. Like I'm a stress eater, or was. I don't really do it as much anymore, which is really great. I've had more control over my emotions and stress, and if I feel stress, I do more healthier alternatives. But back in the day, that was not the thing. If I was stressed out and I was going through a lot, I would just make myself more stressed, think about the situation more and more instead of trying to figure out a solution. And then I would feed my body all types of cookies, all types of fast food. Oh my God, I would eat like 3 times a day, and it's like fast food, all of it. It was a mess. It was a mess. And I started to hate my body. I hated the way I look. It was a mess. And it also affected my health as well, because I do have hyperthyroidism and Graves' disease. And I was diagnosed with those in 2016, right? Yeah, I was 16 at the time when I found out. Actually, no, I was diagnosed in April of 2017, but I hadn't turned 17 yet, so I was still 16 at the time. Anyway, and I was devastated. Why did I have a country accent all of a sudden? I don't know. Anyway, but I was devastated because I was like, I don't want to be dealing with no health issues, but I knew I had to make a change at some point. It just took, like, even after my diagnosis, it still took me a couple years until I could really get myself on track and have more control over what I was eating, have more control over my emotions, having more control over how much I work out. Like, it took a while. Yeah, and like I was literally just making videos on Instagram recently about how like I'm working out and I'm being consistent, but like my brain sometimes will try to make me feel like I'm not doing enough, even though I know I'm doing so well and I should be proud of myself. But like sometimes my brain is just like, you're not doing enough, you stupid crusty heifer. And I'm like, dang, like hold on, wait, I'm doing great, you know? But it is what it is. It's okay, you know. Those days happen, but I just learned how to just like, I just talk about it. I let myself feel it. I release it. And then I'm like, you're cute. And then I'm fine, you know? But it took me a long time to get there. Being a stress eater ain't no joke, okay? Because my whole life was stressful on a daily basis. I'm not even being dramatic. There was bad things happening every single day. And I think that's also what contributed or really started my stress eating, because I was so used to being stressed out every day and having bad situations happen every single day. So I just used food as a way to make me feel better, but it wasn't making me feel better. It was making me feel worse. So I had to go through all of that. I had to figure all this stuff out just to kind of, I had to like I said earlier, I had to wake up because there was a lot of bad things I was doing to myself that was not good for me. And now I've been working out every day, and now I'm at a point now where like working out doesn't feel like a chore. I'm actually having fun doing it, which is, oh, when you get to that point, it feels so good, because now it's like, oh, I'm putting on my workout clothes. I'm excited. Yeah. You know, like it took me a while to get there, but I finally got there, and I'm gonna just keep going, which I'll end up making videos of like my day of me working out and stuff. This is just like a return video. I'm coming back. Hello. I'm back and I'm better. So yeah, but I think that's all I needed to talk about. I just wanted to ramble on here a little bit with you guys, talk about some things that's been going on. There's a lot of great things coming up though. Let me tell you about well, not yet. Hold on. I'm the type, I get really excited and I want to talk about things, but I wait until I get it. Like I may be real hype right now, but you're not going to find out until I get these things. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to just say there's a lot of beautiful things coming into my life, and I am so excited. I can't wait. Don't know what that was, but yeah, I'm excited, and I'm just proud of myself for how far I've come. I'm so grateful for all the friends that have been there. When I tell you, you know, I'm gonna just shout out one person. That don't mean that I don't appreciate the other people as well, but this one person, I have to shout her out. Lela. I'm sorry, I'm putting you on spot, but Lela, if you're watching this video, just know you have been one of the best people in my life. I'm so happy I met you as a little child, and I'm so happy that we were able to reconnect over the years. I think that you are one of the best people I've ever met, and you done saved my life in so many ways, more than you'll ever know. So thank you. I had to shout you out. I had to shout you out, Lela. I'm sorry, I know, but I had to. That doesn't mean I don't appreciate my other friends, okay? It's just Lela in particular had to be shout out because she helped me with specific things, okay? I love all my friends. I just wanted to shout out Lela. So I don't want to get messages about, why didn't you shout me out? Shut up. Sorry. Love you, Lela. But yeah, great friends, really helped me out. And my mama, bruh, she been the homie since I came out. You know what I'm saying? She been there through everything, through every meltdown that I had. Which should I make another video about my meltdowns? I don't even know. Okay, I'll talk about one. I'll talk about one before I end the video. So I had just started college, summer of 2018, okay? I had started college 2 weeks after my high school graduation. So I started pretty quick. And I'm doing these summer classes, and there's this one class, it was like a critical thinking or some type of critical thinking class. Oh my God, it was horrible. I hated that class. It was so confusing. I never understood anything, okay? Exam day, this is the final exams. I felt that I bombed that junk because I was like, I didn't know what was happening on that test. I had no idea. So I didn't get the grade yet, but after I took that final, I just had the feeling that I failed. So I'm like speed walking back to my car in the parking lot. I get in my car and I start screaming and shouting and like slapping my, what do you call that thing? What do you call this thing? What is it? What is it? A steering wheel. I was slapping this and I was like, ah, like losing my mind. When I tell you, I've never had a meltdown like that. I never. And I see the other professors who were like walking to their cars looking at me like, is she good? Like, what is wrong with that girl? But I didn't even care. I was slapping on that thing. I was screaming. I was crying. Like, I was bawling my eyes out. I called my mom. Let me reenact it for y'all, okay? Let me get this little rock. I don't know. My little crystal. All right. Okay. Mom. Mom! I know I failed my exam and I'm gonna have to drop out of college. I'm gonna have to drop out of college, okay? Because I done failed my exam. I ain't gonna be able to do this. I can't. And like, she literally goes, okay. She goes, okay, let's take a moment. You're not gonna fail. I need you to breathe, okay? Because right now, you're at a 10, okay? And we gotta get that down. So I start like breathing and stuff. And she said, okay, listen, you're not gonna fail. You are overthinking it. And she was right, because I am an overthinker. I overthink everything, okay? And literally, I'm like, Mom, but like, I know I failed that exam. She was like, you don't know that. You could have passed and you don't even know it. You're just assuming failure right away. You don't even know the answer yet. So she said, breathe, relax, because I don't need you driving like this because you're not in the headspace right now. Take a minute, sit in the parking lot for a little while. Once you calm down, drive home. You did not fail. Stop assuming the worst before you even know the answer, okay? Give it a few days. Let your teacher grade everything, and I bet you did not fail. And when I tell you that calmed me down, woo, because I was on 1,000 and I've had mental breakdowns, but that was bad. Okay, that was bad over an exam, because I've never failed a class before, never. So I was like, if I failed this class, I'm done. I'm never stepping back into school ever. That's what I was thinking. I think maybe 2 or 3 days later, I get my grade back and I passed with a C, a high C too. I said, oh. And I told my mom, and I'm like, I came downstairs. I'm like, oh my God, I passed. And she goes, see, I told you. She said, what'd I tell you? And I said, yeah, you're right. She was like, all that calling me and flipping out just to realize that you passed. I told you, you wasn't going to fail. You can't be assuming the worst. Talking about you going to drop out. And it was a mess. It was a mess. But like, I'm very fortunate for my mom, because my mom, she done saved me from a lot of stuff. She done helped me with so much. She done helped me get to this point of where I'm at now. She's been very supportive of me, very understanding of my mental breakdowns, my meltdowns, my emotional roller coasters. I done put through a lot of my emotions, but she's always been very calm and patient. So thank you, Mom. Love ya. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to end this video because I've been talking for a long time. But it's just a little catch up. Eventually, I'm going to learn how to edit stuff right. This video is just going to be cute. Like, I'm cute. I'm rambling, crying, don't even know. And I'm giggling. So that's what you're going to get. And you better love it. I don't know. But I will probably be back next week. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have like a schedule yet. This is just it's just a video that popped in my head, so I decided to do it. Okay. But I'll eventually come up with the schedule of like when I'll post and stuff, and hopefully I'll really get the editing stuff down so I can make my videos look cool. But this is just like a starter, you know, one step at a time. One step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like learning to fly. I need to go. Anyway, love you guys. I will be back soon with some more videos about different things and rambling and talking about whatever. So if you want to ramble and jamble with me, I don't even know if jamble is a word, but we're going to make it a word today, then you come on over to this channel. Get to know your girl Raven, and I will see you guys in the next video.